Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today for you guys is another Book of Boba Fett, or The Book of Boba Fett episode review. Today we're tackling Chapter 4. Now, look, I love Chapter 1, I love Chapter 2, I really love Chapter 3. A lot of people hated Chapter 3. They were like, oh, this is the worst thing in television. It sucks. Star Wars is ruined. Power Rangers. No. I really enjoyed Episode 3, and Chapter 4 is even better. I think this is a really good episode. So, of course, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen it, go check it out on Disney+. But this is basically following the events of The Mandalorian Season 1, that scene where Din Djarin and that dude, I don't know, they're on the speeder bikes and they're trying to get Fennec Shand, and they're using like the white flare to kind of blind Fennec, and then of course the guy shoots her, and then Boba Fett finds her in the sand on Tatooine, and basically what ends up happening is we kind of see the effect of what happens. So we see Boba Fett rescue her, we see her bring her into the people who wear the bikes and kind of cybernetically enhance themselves with the FM things, which is really cool. And then we also see, you know, kind of like a montage of her stomach getting rebuilt with like the droid pumps, which is really cool. So we kind of get to see, you know, Boba Fett and Fennec Shand kind of like their meeting, so to speak. You know what I mean? We were kind of told, and we were given like little glimpses in the Mandalorian TV show, but in this spin-off show, The Book of Boba Fett, we're actually getting something different. We're actually getting to see it straight up, you know, full on, which is really nice. And then it kind of ends with a, you know, trying to get the Slave One, or the Fire Splatter, Fire, whatever the hell they're calling it now. It's the Slave One. Disney's a bunch of liberals. Anyway, I think that for the most part, this is a very well put together episode in terms of that element of getting that ship back. Especially there's a really awesome fight in there, really awesome stuff in there. You know, again, the ship, whatever. It's just Disney being Disney with the name. That's how they are. Accept it and move on. But the actual ship itself is back, looks really freaking awesome, and to see them kind of shooting it back, and even destroying the Sarlacc pit, that was cool. You know, I mean, shooting the things. I mean, it was really unique stuff in that episode. Fennec Shand's a badass as always, you know, shooting the, you know, sniping the Gamorrean guards and all that, and the Klatooinian or whatever, really cool stuff there. And then we also see Boba Fett, you know, use the Slave One, or the Fire, whatever, to, you know, blow up all the bad guys, and that really awesome. It really reminded me of that one shot where you see the ship coming in, and then just start annihilating the guys on the speeder bikes toward the end. It really reminded me of like a Mad Max, and I never seen Mad Max, but I know about it. I know it. It just reminded me of a Mad Max shot, which is really cool. And then we get to see the end where Boba Fett and Fennec Shand are kind of like having like a meeting, so to speak. And now we're kind of just seeing that, you know, the past with Boba and the Tuskens and all that, and you know, we're kind of seeing an end to that, and now we're back basically in the present. Where we're kind of getting this more element of war coming. You know, the war's intending with the Pikes and all that, and we were seeing Boba at the table, and they're like, what if we don't want to join you? And then he's like, you know, talking, and then the freaking Rancor attacks him and all that, and they're kind of joining in. Black Chrysanthemum, the Wookiee, he's back. He's ripping arms off, and I read some comment on YouTube. They're like, oh, they're trying to make Boba Fett passive aggressive because it's a kid show. Star Wars is not for children. This show is definitely not for children. Holy crap. If you're showing this to a kid, you're a freaking idiot, straight up. But still, very violent things ensue where he rips someone's arm off, and there's a big shootout and a fight scene. Really cool stuff. And then, of course, it ends with Fennec kind of asking Boba Fett, what are you going to do? And he's like, oh, I got some ideas, I got some help. And then, of course, the big cameo, which is not really a cameo, it's more of a sound cameo than a sight eye cameo, but we hear the Mandalorian Din Djarin, the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We hear that theme play. So I think that, you know, we're probably going to see the Mandalorian Din Djarin in the next few episodes kind of teaming up, or at least some kind of Mandalorians from the guild, you know, what have you, kind of joining into Boba and Fennec to kind of fight the Pike Syndicate and save Tatooine from bad guys. So I think that in terms of CGI, it looked great. In terms of plot, it was good. Everything was great about this episode. I really don't have any complaints. I think my only complaint, and it's not really a complaint, it's more of a worry for the future, is that, you know, ever since the Mandalorian show started, I've been hearing online, everyone, oh, there's going to be this cameo, and there's going to be a cameo, and Luke Skywalker's in there, and freaking and Boba Fett's in there, and this is there. You know what I mean? Everyone online is like, oh, it seems like, you know, people online, again, a lot of people online are idiots, but most of the people online are like, oh, there has to be a cameo or else this is going to be crap, you know? Like, all I heard about this Chapter 4 today was, did you see the cameo? Did you hear the cameo? I swear to God, I heard the word cameo so many freaking times, it doesn't even ring a bell anymore. But at the same time, I'm kind of worried. Like, you know, I don't want Star Wars, the TV shows, and even the future films or whatever, I don't want the Star Wars canon to go in a route where it's, you know, every episode is expect a cameo from Luke, or expect a cameo from blah, or A or B or whatever, you know, XYZ. This episode, let me be clear, this episode was great. not because of the sound cameo signifying Din Djarin. This episode was great because it was a great episode. If they didn't have any cameo, if Luke Skywalker didn't show up at the end of Season 2 of Mandalorian, it still would have been great. You know what I mean? So I don't want Disney or Lucasfilm, because remember, Disney doesn't make it, Lucasfilm does. I don't want Lucasfilm to go, oh, well, people love cameos, let's just add Luke or add XYZ, let's add someone into everything. You know what I mean? I don't want this show and future media to be solely dependent on cameos to make something good. Because this show, The Book of Boba Fett, and The Mandalorian, and Bad Batch, everything so far that's had a cameo, they've all been great with that cameo. They haven't been great because of that cameo. I hope I'm making sense. But still, hearing the Mandalorian's theme is really cool. Of course, people are going to bitch online and be like, oh, they have to get the Mandalorian to save the show. That's not what's happening. This show is good. And I think that having the Mandalorian Din Djarin in there, or at least some kind of Mandalorian presence, will be very nice. But again, I don't want Lucasfilm to go down that route of adding cameos to everything, because that's what kind of attracts viewers. Like I said, on Twitter or YouTube, everyone's talking about cameos, you know what I mean? It's kind of driving me insane. But without that in there, this was still a great episode from a really good show. I can't wait to see where this goes. We've only got about 3 or 4 more of these left. I believe maybe 3 more. But still, it's heading in a good direction. I think it's a really awesome show, and I can't wait to see more. Again, Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 4, I'm going to give it a 10. I think it's a really great episode. I really don't have any qualms with it, any issues. Tell me in the comments, without spoiling, if you can, down below, what you think about Episode 4 or Chapter 4 of the Book of Boba Fett. I cannot wait to see where the show goes. Again, it was a really cool cameo and a really good episode. And I'm a little worried, but I think that, if Lucasfilm plays their cards right. Look, ever since Disney bought Star Wars, Lucasfilm, Star Wars, the franchise, this thing, it's been going up in terms of quality. The prequels are great, but they have some writing and acting issues. Originals are great, but they have some writing and acting issues. This trilogy, in my opinion, the sequels are flawless. Rogue One, Solo, flawless. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Disney guy, or, I truly believe, I have reasons why everything Disney did, or Lucasfilm did with Star Wars, is great. And, again, I love the prequels, I love the originals, but, sequel trilogy, Bad Batch, Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian, Rebels, Resistance, all the video games, the comics, the novels, it's all fantastic, and I can't wait to see where Star Wars goes. I think that we are truly in a new age, or a high republic, so to speak, of Star Wars content. I think that we're only going to get better content from here on out. Star Wars is in a great light, it's in a great direction, and I cannot wait to see where it and the Book of Boba Fett goes next time. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.